Welcome to Math Made Easy with Frida. Today's video we will be covering square roots, radicals, introduction to square roots, how to solve square roots, and what is the principal square roots and when to find positive negative square roots. Let's take a look at some perfect squares. Here we have 25, which is a perfect square. The square root of 25 under the radical sign is equal to 5. That's only because 5 squared is equal to 25. Perfect square. Let's take out another square root. Let's see 9. The square root of 9 we know is equal to 3 only because 3 squared is equal to 9. Another example, the square root of 49 is equal to 7 only because 7 squared is equal to 49. What about numbers like square root of 12, which are not perfect squares? Square root of 18, which are not perfect squares. Their results are numbers which are not whole numbers, like 7 and 3. They could be decimals or mixed numbers. So for these kind of square roots, let's find the factors of 12. Okay, we can simplify this by finding the factors. So 2 goes here 6 times, 2 goes here 3 times. So 12 is actually equal to 2 squared times 3. And we can see there is one pair formed here. So 12, the square root of 12 is actually equal to 2. And the 3 remains in the square root because it doesn't have a pair. Let's take 18. Let's find the factors of 18. 2, 9, 3, and 3. The factors of 18 are 2 and 3 squared. So the square root of 18 will be equal to, I see only one pair, which is 3, which comes out, and 2 remains under the square root sign because it doesn't have a pair. The square root of 12 will therefore be 2 root 3, and the square root of 18 will be 3 root 2. This is just an introduction to finding the square roots. What if we have a negative number like negative 4 and we are trying to find the square root of negative 4? Let's see the possibilities. Would 2 times 2, will it give me a positive 4? If I say the square root of negative 4 is negative 2, let's test that out. Negative 2 times negative 2 gives me a positive 4. The only time I get a negative 4 is when I take a negative 2 and multiply it with a positive 2, and I get a negative 4, which is not possible because when you're finding a square root, both the numbers have to be the same. So when we deal with negative numbers, we say it is impossible. It is not a real number. It is an imaginary number, I, which we will deal with in an upcoming future video. Now, when we talk about square roots, there's something known as principal square roots, which I want to bring in here, which is very important. Now, when we're asked to find the square root of 25 under the radical, the question has 25 under the radical. We usually solve it as 20. So square root of 25 is equal to 5, so x is equal to 5. But when we have x squared is equal to 25, we find the square root on both sides. And here we use a positive or negative root of 25, which will be x will be equal to positive or negative 5. That's because positive 5 into positive 5 will give me 25, and negative 5 into negative 5 will also give me 25. So x could be positive 5 or x could be negative 5. So whenever you're asked to find the value of x squared, that's when we use the positive and negative. Whereas when the question has just the radical sign, that's when we give only the positive answer. And this positive answer is called the principal square root. Positive root is called the principal square root, usually used when you're using only radicals and not when you're trying to find the value of x when x is squared. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to practice every day, please subscribe to my channel as I post every day. Till next time, have a nice day.